He'll kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. So Michigan State's offense will take the field first. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Collier. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. And he's incomplete on third down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Oregon Ducks offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium, after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
They booted away on 4th down. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got on field, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Hill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Spartans will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Ducks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give is to Williams. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Throws to the wideout. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that hit, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out to get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Off play action on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's got it inside the 25. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And that
touchdown Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Pocket breaking down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. On target to the left. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Completes the shuffle pass. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arizona is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Tucson for some time. They're up by 21 over Houston. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes fine. Breaks into the open. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Upshaw. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Collier. He's like a loose bowler, just caroms his way to the 32. Looking to throw on 3rd. Takes a hit as he fires. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
This time he's got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Davison. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got him.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Reads it, fires complete. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder...
There he goes! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. If you need me to throw it, I can do that too.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man on the right. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Graves. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Off play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They'll send out the kicker here. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And the try is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Ducks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete to the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Riggs. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Upshaw. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Wilkins. Fakes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, This is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. The give to the back. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. On target over the middle. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.